Recurrent retinal detachment, outfoxing the fox. Hi Gagan, what's up? You look unhappy.
Hi Darius, I am so depressed.
What's troubling you, my friend?
Lately, I have been burdened with so many recurrent retinal detachments.
I enjoy operating on these.
Enjoy? My heart sinks when I see such a case. Is there something special you do?
It's a mind game. You need to think out of the box to outwit this fox. Let's discuss a few situations. One of the most common causes of a recurrent RD is that the posterior hyaloid may still be attached. This was the case of a young man with an inferior recurrent RD with silicone oil in situ. We have performed a silicone oil removal and are now trying to ensure removal of the posterior hyaloid around the optic nerve. You can see how difficult this is in detached and thin retina. So we inject brilliant blue dye and peel the ILM. ILM peeling is one way to ensure that the posterior hyaloid is fully removed and the retina mobilized. Do go in for a wider peel and you are set. This lady had a recurrence 2 years post silicone oil removal. There was an inferior shallow RD along with previous laser marks, but no obvious break was seen. We tried to locate the break with the help of Schlerin with a brush needle, but we were unsuccessful. We thought out of the box and made a 38 gauge retinotomy and slowly injected subretinal brilliant blue dye. As the dye filled the subretinal space, we had a eureka moment. We saw the blue dye emerge from a very tiny temporal break near a laser mark. Once the break was found, we removed the dye with a brush needle, then performed the fluid air exchange and settled the retina. Hey, I can see you happy now.
Wow Darius, that's some outwitting. Darius, in the hands of the best surgeons also, sometimes while removing peripheral circumferential traction membrane, we end up with a huge retinotomy.
In these cases, I like to perform a maneuver called tug of war, based on the shearing force a rope undergoes during the game. We use opposing forceps to tug and shear the membranes gently and relieve the traction without resorting to a retinotomy. See this young, highly myopic girl with circumferential traction bands predisposing to anterior PVR. This maneuver allowed us to bimanually release anterior circumferential traction. We took 2 forceps at 180 degrees to each other, then pulled and shredded the bands holding up the retina. Once the bands were separated from the underlying retina, they could be safely trimmed by the vitrectomy cutter. As the traction was released, the retina fell back and settled without requiring any retinotomies. With a sigh of relief, we performed laser to the attached retina.
Darius, now that we know how to settle the retina, what tamponade should one use?
In certain situations with recurrent inferior detachments, a heavier than water tamponade is useful. We use heavy silicone oil like Denseron. Unlike routine silicone oil, this gives adequate support to the inferior retina, which is the most common site of reproliferation causing recurrences. See the case of this 45-year-old obese computer professional with a recurrence after scleral buckling as well as vitrectomy. He wasn't willing to position anymore as he found positioning uncomfortable and he was worried about losing his job. So, after resurgery, we put heavy oil as a tamponade. This helped to comfortably stabilize his inferior retina. Post heavy oil removal, his retina was attached with 20 by 40 vision. When a recurrent RD does appear, it leaves you paralyzed with fear, makes your brain go into a tailspin, and you don't really know where to begin. But you needn't fear or tremble, my friend. These tricks will help you succeed in the end. Remember the posterior hyaloid always to remove. Adding a belt buckle will help you groove. Tug of war will help with circumferential traction. And brilliant blue will locate the site of action. To outwit this cunning fox, just work hard and think out of the box.